MizzyWorld Entertainment is here to present another episode of MadMizzy Sports Live. And we have a crazy episode this Tuesday, starting it off with, of course, Super Bowl week. What a week. Monday recap of Media Day for Super Bowl 58. We're going to start it off with the Chiefs being booed severely. Like, this was loud and boisterous and very pronounced. You get what I'm saying? Boos that we were hearing raining down on the defending champs, Kansas City Chiefs, and to me it was pretty shocking. Like I didn't know that the Kansas City Chiefs were this hated. You could think that that might be Las Vegas Raiders fans that are coming from well, not coming from, but that are the residents there in Las Vegas. But yeah, I was pretty shocked at that. To me, it's a bit scary because we know how the Chiefs react when they feel like they're underdogs or it's them against the world. And listen, they show up. So that to me was a bit shocking and was definitely something I paid attention to a little bit. Another thing I paid attention to was Tavarius Ward, the San Francisco 49ers standout cornerback. Shout out to Mooney Ward, I believe he wants to be called. But he says, of course, he was the former cornerback for the Kansas City Chiefs, but he says it is better in San Francisco when he was asked about what's the difference between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers, of course, comparing the two franchises. And he just said it was better in San Francisco. And again, I'm a little skeptical on what's going on as far as what the Kansas City Chiefs are hearing, what they're receiving as they're coming into media day, because they weren't talking. You get what I'm saying? And they getting the booze rained down on them. They getting the shots and the jabs thrown at them, holding. And listen, man, it's better here in San Francisco. Listen, the game is still Sunday, baby. We still gotta play this game. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, I'm looking at it, and like I said, the Chiefs didn't talk at all. It looks like Big Red Andy Reid has what's the word I'm looking for? He has them on mute right now. I can't think of the word that I'm really looking for right now. But yeah, it was just they weren't falling for none of the traps. They weren't walking into none of the setups, and yeah, they were just being very polite and respectful of the San Francisco 49ers and their opponents. So they're not giving out no bulletin board material, and that's to be expected. So for me, I'm recapping media day, and to me, it's like the Chiefs walk in and it's them against the world. You get what I'm saying? Now, of course, you got the Swifties with them because of Travis, but and I also noticed Travis Kelsey is a huge, huge individual as he's standing next to George Kittle. I'm like, this man is a monster. You feel what I'm saying? No wonder he a beast, because then you think he got the footwork and the agility that he does at that size is just astonishing. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm looking at it, and to me, it was just like we came in, we had the excuse about the practice field, and we getting asked about that. Tavarius Ward throwing little shots out there. They asking the Chiefs about Nick Bosa, saying that the Chiefs always holding, or they known for holding this, that, and the third. So listen, man, the booze. Yeah, man, it's looking like it's the Chiefs against the world, and they're already right now, I believe, 2.5 point underdogs. I'll give of course, my prediction on Friday, but yeah, that media day got me a little shaky. Like, hold on, man, they went back in there like, yo, see that, man? They against us, man. Listen, listen, they don't need any more motivation as we done seen. You get what I'm saying? Let's go back to the weekend. Let's recap the Pro Bowl. Let's touch on the format a little bit. Coming in, of course, you got Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, the coaches. I like that. You got the flag football game. I was a bit skeptical on that at first. Last year was pretty good. This year was pretty good. I'm liking the competitive nature that it pulls out of the athletes out there, simply because they know they don't have to worry about putting their body on the line, big hits, none of that. You get what I'm saying? They can just go out there, display their skills, and I like that they break it up and then have these little skill competitions that add points to the ongoing Pro Bowl competition. So for me, I definitely like that, and I like what they're doing so far because when I always thought about the Pro Bowl, I always liked the skills competition. Like when I think back, I always thought back of the Peyton Manning and who else would they have in there? Phillip Rivers, all them dudes, Drew Brees having like the quarterback competitions and the accuracy, the arm strength. They'd have the skills competition type Jones, and then they'd have the actual game on Sunday. I like those Jones, but then the actual full pad games just became just utterly disrespectful to football in general. You get what I'm saying? It was basically like how we got to where we are now. Take the pads off, man. Take the pads off. And I don't blame them because you asking these dudes to go out there, especially now. Was a 17 game season, 18-week season. You feel what I'm saying? And you asking them for one more go round and go out there, put the pads on and really hit and really tackle. Hey, no, bro. I'm worried about going on vacation after this with my fam. You feel what I'm saying? I'm worried about turning up for the summer. You feel what I'm saying? I'm worried about all that. Well, not the summer, because I mean you getting off is winter out this joint. But listen, I'm trying to have my summer somewhere else and turn up. You dig what I'm saying? So these dudes ain't gonna go out there and put their body on the line for an exhibition game. I don't care how much more money the winner is, double the money. You can do all that you want to do, but listen, that ain't gonna fly. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like switching over to the actual flag football game has put the competitive level back to where we expected it. Because listen, that game was competitive, and you get to see the players' characters. You get to see a side of the players that you don't get to see when they're full padded. You get to see their full faces and all that. I really like the flag football game, and they got to keep it going. And they Peyton, you can't keep letting Eli beat you, bro. You feel me? Get a dub, man. Get a dub. But hey, listen, that mean the NFC 2-0. You know, I mean, listen, man. You know how that go. You feel me? I'm rooting for Peyton always, so I ain't even gonna hedge my bets. I'm a little sick. Peyton lost twice to Eli. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta get your lick back, Peyton. But yeah, let's flip the script, man. That's all we're gonna touch on for the NFL. Let's get over to this NBA stuff, man. Clippers win again, making them 15-3 since the new year. Second best record in the NBA, best record in the West. Are they the best team in the West right now? Right now, I believe they were 25-5 since December, which has them as the best record in the NBA by far. Well, not by far, but has the best record in the NBA clearly, clear cut. But I mean, you can't say that they're the best in the West simply because they got to do it in the playoffs. Listen, we know what Kawhi can do. That's all. That's all we gonna say. You feel what I'm saying? Like, listen, when they lost in the playoffs and they dropped the 3-1 lead. Listen, we was looking at Paul George. What's going on, bro? Well, I remember the meme going around with Kawhi Leonard looking at Paul George like, come on, bro. This is who I begged to come to LA with me. Come on, man. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, they got to do it in the playoffs. But I would still say that they're the second best team in the West right now, simply because you got the Warriors down, you got the Lakers down, but you got the Nuggets there. So I still got the Nuggets as the best team in the Western Conference. I still got the Nuggets as the best team in the NBA right now. But every other team in the Western Conference, you got to say that for it too. The OKC with Shy, with SGA and them. Listen, they gotta do it in the playoffs. Minnesota, we know they gotta do it in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And they've been sniffing it the past few years to at least get a series win and make some noise. But they got to do it in the playoffs this year. It doesn't matter what you do, how dominant you look in the regular season. You got to do it when it matters most. So I'm looking at the Los Angeles Clippers, and I'm seeing them having a good shot if they keep on this pace right now. They get their number one seed. They ain't got to really worry about facing the Denver Nuggets until the Western Conference Finals. If Kawhi can stay healthy, because listen, another thing I want to say, when Kawhi start talking and he caring, because he had a three last night, I think he said he can't stop it. Oh shit. Now you got funny guy talking. It's a wreck. You feel what I'm saying? Once you got Kawhi Leonard talking and engaged in a game, he proves why he's a top 5 player in the league. So listen, they're a scary team, especially if they can stay healthy. And you got Kawhi Leonard leading. It's all reliant, in my opinion, on Kawhi Leonard. But yeah, they got to prove it in the playoffs. And Kawhi Leonard's health. That's the main two things right there. Playoffs and Kawhi staying healthy. And I feel as though those two things probably coincide. The more Kawhi stays healthy, the more likely they'll have success in the playoffs. So let's go over to the negative side of the NBA. Milwaukee Bucks, man, what is going on? I am pissed. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm a Pacers fan. My favorite players in the league, though, are Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Damian Lillard. So when Dame got to Milwaukee, it's man, it's on. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm defending them, and they still doing good. I'm not, you feel what I'm saying, knocking them. But 1-3 since they acquired Doc. We had some Giannis rumors that he left off the court yesterday. And I believe it was yesterday's game, or was it Sunday's game? I believe it might have been Sunday's game when Doc Rivers was trying to sub him in when there was like 30 seconds left, something like that. But Giannis was so frustrated he left the court. I know I went to sleep on that game thinking that they was going to win. Woke up, they lost by 15. Come on, bruh, to the Utah Jazz. You get what I'm saying? So I understand his frustration, but you got to be the leader. And we know you got Adrian Griffin out of there. I don't know if this is a gripe between you not wanting Coach Bud going, if you didn't want Drew going. I don't know what it is. But this is not how you lead, brother, if that is the case. You get what I'm saying? So it's not looking good right now. I'm going down with the ship regardless. They can lose. I'm going down with the motherfucking ship. You feel what I'm saying? But I do have faith that Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton will figure it out. They will figure it out. And then you got Doc Rivers, who I know everybody wants to down Doc Rivers. You feel what I'm saying? But let me give a little Doc resume for people, because people talk like he's really garbage, but he has a crazy resume. You feel what I'm saying? 24 seasons as a coach, 24 seasons. More seasons coaching than a lot of people who've been alive. You feel what I'm saying? Only 3 losing seasons. And then people talk about, and I'm gonna say this too. I was one of the folks that was surprised that they fired Adrian Griffin when they were, I believe, 32-10, something like that, 31-10, 33-10, something shit like that. So I was one of those people that was just shocked. You feel what I'm saying? And then to get Doc Rivers, and I know he has the most blown 3-1 leads in coaching history, I was even more shocked. You feel what I'm saying? But he is a hell of a coach. You feel what I'm saying? And he only has 3 blown 3-1 leads. It's not like every time he go up 3-1, they lose. I mean, I don't think nobody will be picking them up. You feel what I'm saying? You think about, he had the 2 with the Los Angeles Clippers, the one in the bubble, and like I said, we was looking at Paul George like, what are you doing? And then he had the one with earlier in his Clippers run against the Houston Rockets, where they came back from a 3-1 deficit, and then he had one when he was the Orlando Magic coach. And we all know Tracy McGrady Wolves back then. Well, if you don't know, you young, look it up. He ain't never been out the first round as a starter. You feel what I'm saying? So even when he went to Houston and he had Yao Ming and a whole different coach, no Doc Rivers, he still wasn't getting out the first round. So listen, we got to look at the circumstances. We got to look at the players. And we also got to look at the fact that he is a championship head coach that beat Phil Jackson in said finals. You feel what I'm saying? So he should have probably won 2 if Perk don't get hurt for, I believe it was game 6 and game 7 and they second time around, 2009, 2010. So yeah, man, I just don't think that Doc Rivers deserves all the negative backlash that he's getting. I mean, he makes some bad decisions, but it's also on the players. You're the ones that's out there. You get what I'm saying? So listen, you can only do so much, especially in the NBA. This is not the NFL where it's a lot of scheming, and you feel what I'm saying? Like when the Warriors won, listen, they had run the same play over and over till you stop it. You feel what I'm saying? Because it ain't like you got a whole sheet of plays. You feel what I'm saying? So it's on the players in the NBA, and the players got to get it done. So listen, I'm looking at the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm still have faith in said players. That is Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, all them dudes. Listen, I mean, that's a team. They should have enough to, like I said, at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals. That is the stance that I'm staying on it. They will at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals and prove to be at least good adversaries in that Eastern Conference series. So that's to me their floor. Let's keep it moving though. Let's get into these predictions before I end this off, man. We got the Dallas Mavericks at the Brooklyn Nets tonight. You got the you got the Dallas Mavericks favored by 2.5 points. I thought that should have been more. I'm gonna go with the Mavericks big, about 115, 110. I like Kyrie Irving if he does play, because I know they played last night and that was his first game back, so I don't know if he's playing back to backs, but he's back. and he'll be back in Brooklyn, so I think he'll be a little bit motivated to play tonight. So give me the Mavericks big and give me a big night for Kyrie Irving, 30 plus. You feel what I'm saying? Doing his thizzle out there. And then we got the Milwaukee Bucks at the Phoenix Suns. You got the Phoenix Suns favored by 3.5 points. I listen. The Suns have been playing well as of late too, but I'm gonna go with the Milwaukee Bucks because they need it. Listen, Giannis got to come out there and lead, especially if he's hearing the rumors about him leaving the floor early. You got to show up, man. If you gonna leave the floor, listen, you can't keep blaming the coaches. Now we know the organization gonna rock with you, but because I mean, you Giannis, you one of the faces of the league, you one of the top 3 players in the game, but you can't handle yourself that way. You can't handle yourself that way. You get what I'm saying? Come out there and be patient. You talk patience in your interviews and all that. So be patient, show some patience, and prove to be the leader that we know you are. So give me the Bucks in a close game. I'm gonna say the Bucks 117, 113. 117, 113 Milwaukee Bucks over the Phoenix Suns. That is MadMizzy Sports Live. Let me know what y'all think. Recap of the rundown. We got Media Day. We got Super Bowl 58 Media Day recap. Chiefs boo. Javarius Ward talks. Chiefs don't talk, of course. Then we go over to the Pro Bowl recap. We got the format. What y'all think about it? The new one. Pads off. Past 2 years. Flag football. I'm feeling the competition and how they going out there balling and showing the players. Clippers, then we flip over to the NBA. Clippers win again. Are they the best team in the NBA? 15-3 since the new year. Best record in the West. Well, they're already the best team in the Western Conference. Milwaukee Bucks turmoil. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Did he lead a game early? 1-3 with Doc so far. Was it a bad decision to sign Doc? And then me backing Doc up a little bit and giving y'all a little resume. And then our predictions for tonight of the Dallas Mavericks at the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks at the Phoenix Suns. Y'all know what it is, man. MadMizzy Sports Live. Like, comment, share, subscribe, listen, alert. Have a good night. Enjoy the games. Y'all know what it is.